Welcome back to 1000K Sharing Channel. Thank you for visiting the channel again. If you find the channel has more suitable and useful content, please help like, share, and subscribe to the channel to receive more useful information for you. Have we ever wondered why there are so many differences between people and cultures? Why they are not the same in their behavior and thinking? Today we will try to find out what has happened and is happening to this world, a world with so many differences. The primary origins of cultural development and differences culture is the fabric that holds a society together. It encompasses the beliefs, norms, customs, values, language, and practices that define how individuals interact within a group. Across the globe, cultures are incredibly diverse and dynamic, shaped by a wide range of factors over time. Understanding the origins and causes of cultural development and differences is essential for appreciating this diversity and fostering cross-cultural understanding. This analysis explores the main sources of cultural evolution and variation, including geography, history, religion, language, economic systems, social structures, and external influences. We will also examine how each factor contributes to cultural uniqueness and transformation across regions. Geographical influences, why it matters. Geography plays a foundational role in shaping culture. The environment in which a society develops influences everything from diet and clothing to architecture and social organization. Key impacts. Climate and natural resources determine the kinds of food available, the types of shelter required, and the methods of transportation used. For example, coastal societies often develop fishing-based economies and seafood-rich cuisines, while desert cultures innovate around water conservation. Isolation versus connectivity. Mountainous regions or islands may foster isolated cultures with distinct traditions due to limited outside contact. Conversely, groups near rivers, coasts, or trade routes may develop cosmopolitan cultures due to interaction with diverse peoples. Examples. The nomadic lifestyle of the Mongols was largely shaped by the vast steppes of Central Asia, the Mediterranean. Region became a cradle of interconnected civilizations due to its central position in trade and favorable climate. Historical background and social evolution, why it matters. A society's history, the events, struggles, triumphs, and interactions it experiences, profoundly influences its cultural identity. Key impacts. Colonialism and conquest. Many nations today still reflect the cultural imprints of former colonizers, including language, governance, and religion. Wars and revolutions often redefine national values, heroes, and narratives. Migration patterns. Movement of people spreads cultural elements and creates hybrid societies. For example, the United States' multicultural identity is a direct result of historical immigration. Examples. Latin American cultures blend indigenous, Spanish, and African traditions due to colonization and the transatlantic slave trade. Post-world. From Isetu, Japan underwent a cultural transformation, adopting Western ideals alongside traditional values. Religion and belief systems, why it matters. Religion not only influences spiritual beliefs but also governs moral values, holidays, art, dress, cuisine, and even laws. Key impacts. Shared moral codes. Religion often dictates what is considered right or wrong in a society. Rituals and practices. Regular religious practices become deeply embedded in cultural traditions, such as fasting during Ramadan in Islamic cultures or celebrating Diwali in Hindu societies. Art and architecture. Temples, churches, mosques, and religious art often symbolize a society's cultural identity. Examples. Hinduism's caste system historically shaped social structures in India. Christianity influenced the development of Western values like individualism and charity. Language and communication, why it matters. Language is both a tool for communication and a vessel for cultural transmission. Key impacts. Language as cultural memory. Oral traditions, literature, idioms, and expressions all reflect the worldview and history of a group. Cultural identity. Language often serves as a key marker of ethnic or national identity. Multilingual influences. Societies with multiple languages, due to colonization or immigration, often exhibit hybrid cultural traits. Examples. Arabic connects a wide array of Islamic cultures across the Middle East and North Africa. In Switzerland, the coexistence of German, French, Italian, and Romansh languages reflects its regional diversity. Economic systems and technological development. Why it matters. Economic activity and technology shape how societies operate, how people relate to each other, and what values they prioritize. Key impacts: agrarian versus industrial versus information. Societies. Economic mode influences daily life, education, and work ethic. Access to wealth and resources. Societies with abundant resources may develop cultures emphasizing leisure or luxury, while others prioritize survival, thrift, or resilience. Technology and globalization. Modern technology spreads culture rapidly, but can also homogenize global culture or disrupt traditional ways. Examples. Capitalist societies often stress competition, innovation, and individual success. Subsistence farming communities may emphasize communal values, cooperation, and harmony with nature. Political systems and legal institutions. Why it matters. Governance affects cultural expression, freedom, and the promotion or suppression of certain traditions. Key impacts. Authoritarian versus democratic systems. The degree of freedom often affects artistic expression, religious practice, and social norms, law and tradition. Legal systems may protect or erode cultural practices, e.g., indigenous land rights or language education. Nationalism and cultural preservation. States may promote specific cultural narratives to forge national unity. Examples. China's Confucian-influenced bureaucracy shaped values around respect, education, and hierarchy. Scandinavian countries promote egalitarianism and social welfare, reflecting in their cultures of consensus and equality. Education and knowledge transmission. Why it matters. Education systems pass on cultural values and prepare individuals to participate in society. Key impacts. Curriculum content often reflects national ideologies and historical interpretations. Literacy and critical thinking influence openness to change and cultural adaptability. Global education. International study programs and digital learning foster cultural blending and global citizenship. Examples. In Confucian-influenced societies like South Korea, academic achievement is highly prioritized. Western education often emphasizes individualism and analytical thinking. Family and social structure. Why it matters. Family is the first place individuals learn culture. Social hierarchies also shape values like respect, gender roles, and duty. Key impacts. Extended versus nuclear family systems. Affect caregiving patterns, inheritance, and social obligations. Patriarchy versus matriarchy. Gender roles are often embedded in familial norms. Age-based respect. Many cultures emphasize deference to elders, while others value youth and innovation. Examples. In many African and Asian cultures, extended family networks are central to identity and decision-making. Western societies often stress independence after adolescence, reflecting individualistic cultural values. Arts, music, and aesthetics. Why it matters. Artistic expression reflects and shapes collective identity and emotional experience. Key impacts. Music and dance, often associated with religious, historical, or social functions. Visual art. Paintings. Sculptures and crafts preserve stories and aesthetics unique to a culture. Performance arts. Theater, storytelling, and cinema express values and critique social norms. Examples. Classical Indian dance tells religious stories through movement. African. Drumming is both a communication method and a cultural celebration. External cultural exchange and globalization. Why it matters. No culture develops in complete isolation. Trade, conquest, tourism, and digital media spread ideas and practices. Key impacts. Cultural diffusion. Exchange of ideas leads to syncretism, blended, cultural elements like Tex-Mex cuisine or Afro-Brazilian religion. Westernization. Global media and consumer brands often export Western ideals, creating tension or transformation in traditional societies. Resistance and revival. In response to foreign influence, some groups strengthen their own cultural traditions. Examples: Japanese culture integrates Western fashion and music, while preserving tea ceremonies and Shinto rituals. Indigenous movements across the Americas work to revive native languages and customs. Conclusion: the interplay of origins in shaping. Culture is not static. It is an evolving product of diverse forces. Geographic environment, historical experiences, belief systems, communication methods, economic practices, political systems, and external contacts all play pivotal roles in the formation of unique cultures. These influences interact in complex ways, reinforcing or challenging each other over time. As globalization accelerates, cultures are increasingly exposed to external pressures and opportunities for exchange. While this brings risks of cultural erosion, it also fosters innovation, hybrid identities, and greater mutual understanding. By recognizing and respecting the sources of cultural difference, societies can build more inclusive and adaptive communities for future generations. What do you want to see next? Do you want me to do more content related to this topic? What content do you want to see in the next times of this topic? Please comment. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Wish you a happy, successful day. In everything and success in life. If you find it interesting, please help comment below, so that we have more motivation to make more new and better videos. We would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and share it with many people. To watch, that proves the content is useful, suitable for your needs and interests. Thank you very much.